look at this. It's beautiful. Spring is here, which means summer is coming. And maybe you have noticed schedules are getting weird. People are starting to cancel. Volunteers, they're vanishing. They're disappearing. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna coast through the summer and just hope that things happen for you in the fall? Or are you going to intentionally use the summer so that your worship ministry is even stronger come the fall? That's the question I have for you. And I think you know the answer just by the way I asked it. You should not waste your summer. You need to be intentional about it. And actually, wise worship leaders, and I've been doing this for a lot of years, they don't waste their summer. You don't just coast through. You need to be intentional about it. And I'm gonna give you several nuggets of wisdom today to help you through that. See, the cool thing about summer is that it's actually the time where you can slow down. You have margin to think about your ministry and not just be in it all the time, which is a big struggle because every Sunday is always coming and we're always just constantly on this like hamster wheel trying to just catch up and survive in our worship ministry. But summer, it's a good chance to just step back a little bit. Enjoy the margin, enjoy what you have, slow down and plan. But I know the struggle is real. You could be living in a college town and all of your students have gone home for the summer, or maybe your ministry is like a lot of families, parents with kids, and everyone is always going on vacation. So I know the struggle is real, but the good thing about worship ministry as compared to other ministries like children's ministry is that everyone can cancel and you can still sing. You know, you can get up there with your instrument, maybe just even a cappella. Maybe that's a challenge you need to do this summer, and you can still complete the objective, which is to lead the church in singing. Where children's ministry, you got all these classes and it could be a struggle. I don't know why I always harp on children's ministry, but a lot of the other ministries are built around having enough people. Worship ministry is not that. So take the pressure off. Maybe you just need to do an acoustic set. Maybe you need to just do the acapella challenge one Sunday and take a step back, make margin. Let's be intentional. Okay, the first thing I would do if I were a worship leader, these are things I'm doing myself. Number one, evaluate my team's health. Who is withdrawing? Who are you seeing signs that they're like maybe not as healthy as you thought? How is my team doing overall? Do I have a spiritually healthy team, or are they just good musically? That's a big one. Are people showing signs of burnout or maybe just boredom? Like, just evaluate your team. Where is your team right now? And no, I don't just mean on vacation, but where are they spiritually, mentally, physically? Are they exhausted? How is your team? Answer that question. And this is a very important question to ask, because remember, we're leading souls here. We're not just leading people, individuals on a team. I like to say that I never want to treat my team as a commodity or just a resource to move around. And it's hard. I know it's hard when you're looking at planning center and matrix mode and you just see empty spaces. You just start treating people as these little resources that you can just plug into all these spaces. But those are people with feelings and problems and issues, and they have gifts that they bring to your team. So let's treat them like the people that they are. Because remember, when we're asking these questions about how our team is doing, we're not just trying to like solve problems, which that's what we can slip into. Like, oh, this person's dealing with this. I gotta go put out that fire. We're not trying to just solve problems here. We're trying to create a culture of trust where people can feel seen, they can be heard. This is the first step in creating a healthy foundation for your worship team. Okay, Jimmy, you talked me into it. I need to check in with my team, but how do I do this? Well, it's as simple as having conversations. Talk with people, invite them to coffee if you drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. Do you drink coffee? Let me know down in the comments. Are you coffee or not? I am one of the weirdos, I guess. I don't really like coffee, but invite them to coffee, or pay for their lunch and just ask them how they're doing. If you have a large team, like I have it fluctuates, but around 30 people on my team, so I can't be scheduling 30 lunches. But if you have a larger team like that, just create a survey. Just say, hey, you could really help me out this summer if you fill out this survey, and kind of get a feel, kind of a litmus test of questions to see how they're doing. What are some of the things they like? What are the things they enjoy about being on the worship team? What are their biggest pressure points? What are some of the problems? And that kind of gives you a feel of evaluating where your team is, so you can know the decisions to make moving forward into the fall. All right, number 2, develop future leaders. So the laid back ness of summer kind of opens up for you to be able to give those who are there some more responsibility. So what does this look like? Maybe you have a young person who's been learning guitar, give them more responsibility on playing guitar. Maybe someone who has been trying to learn how to sing is ready, and you need to push them a little bit further to get out of their comfort zone to actually lead a song on a Sunday morning. Or maybe someone is a good musician, but you need to develop them spiritually and in leadership. So maybe give them the opportunity to lead a devotion during your rehearsals. Think through your team members and who needs to grow and in what areas do they need to grow, and think of ways that you can give them the opportunity to grow. Development is important because most worship leaders complain about having too much to do and being so stressed out, but yet they're not letting go of the reins. And so this number 2 of developing leaders allows you to let go a little bit, but it's going to be better for you and your ministry in the long run. You're going to have to give up some things in order to train people, which is what we're meant to do anyways. It's kind of like a form of discipleship, especially if you are training the right way. Actually, just remember this part in this book, Becoming a Worship Pastor by Caleb Holgerson. He's been on my channel like years ago. I haven't connected with him in actually years, but cool guy, and he wrote some good stuff in his book. He says, speaking of his team, my worship team is made up of parents and students, small group leaders, and spouses of pastors. There's a wide range of ages, ethnicities, and life stages represented on my team. The same wide range that is represented in my church. My team touches nearly every demographic in my church. Realizing this made it clear to me that teams are carriers of vision. This chapter is about vision. He says, this means that growing my team spiritually will grow my church spiritually. What a great responsibility we have in our church to grow our team spiritually. But often people don't know how to pour into other people. They don't know what it means to train others, even in simple tasks. Handing someone a microphone and expecting greatness is not what we're called to do. It means being intentional. It's an intentional investment into people. It means creating safe opportunities and providing feedback. You can't just throw somebody in the pool that doesn't know how to swim and expect them to learn quickly, although I'm sure that has happened before, but that's not what we're really aiming for when we're investing in our team. So this doesn't have to be overwhelming. Just start small. Allow that student to play acoustic guitar one Sunday. Allow your vocalist who's been working really hard to lead a song. Like I said, allow someone to lead a devotion. You can do this. Hand off some tasks. Okay, number 3, let's get super practical. We need to prep for the fall to have an excellent fall. August, September, it's coming, so we need to be intentional. This is a time where we need to set up our systems, make sure our vision is clear, and make sure our expectations are communicated clearly. So what does this look like? Maybe you need to take an audit at your planning center. Have you ever inherited a planning center account that was just like a mess? Spend time in the summer to clean that up. Make sure your teams are up to date on who's on your team, especially if you use like features like auto scheduling or whatever you do. Just clean up planning center. Number 2, pre-schedule your devotions. Get ahead on the things that you want to communicate to your team. When I like to communicate vision, my values behind the worship ministry, I'm never like teaching it like, here are the vision and values. I may mention that, but it usually comes up in a devotional time. I plan my devotions. Our values come from scripture anyways, and so usually it's just a heartfelt time instead of like a teaching time, and I just want them to know the values of the team. So I kind of communicate those indirectly and also directly. We have an event once a year where it's the worship team appreciation party, and we host it at someone's house, and those are the times where I communicate more directly what our vision and values are. So just make sure you're communicating those, and then tighten up your systems. I'm thinking of like onboarding systems. How are you going to get new people who are coming? More people tend to attend church in the fall. People are coming back, like school's starting, and so more people are coming, and you might have more people who are ready to join your team. But how is your onboarding process? Usually it's a wreck. People don't even make a plan on how people are going to join the team, and so people don't join the team because it's not very organized. Well, if that's you and that resonates with you at all, you are in luck. I have my free training. It's a video that shows you my complete onboarding process with some downloads. I made it completely free for you. So you can just click the link in the description. If that's one of the areas where you're like, I'm stressed, I know I have people who need to join the team, but I don't know how to get them on the team, steal my whole process, link down below. Okay, most importantly, you need to clarify where your ministry is headed. After you've taken what's it called? There's a word there. After you've taken, man, sometimes words just escape me. There is a word. I know the concept. You've taken something of your worship team, the landscape of your worship ministry. What is the word I'm looking for? Inventory. ChatGPT to the rescue. After you've taken inventory of your worship team, now what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. We're headed to bring clarity on where your ministry is going. After you've taken inventory of your worship ministry, you need to ask some questions about what the ministry has been like before to know where you want to go in the future. So I wrote down some questions. I want our team to feel more spiritually refreshed and more united than ever. Maybe last year felt rushed and fragmented and you don't want that anymore. Or maybe I want our newer team members to feel more confident and empowered. So I need to implement training and let them have leadership, and so they don't feel like a commodity or just a fill-in. Or maybe you want Sundays to feel less scrambled and less rushed, so you need to be more organized and creative and think ahead about the week to come. So just think through some of these, use those questions or some of the prompts to think through, where has your team been, where are the fail points or the points of pain, and where do you want to go? That will help you clarify your vision. But you might be thinking, Jimmy, that sounds great, but I am just too busy. I have no margin in my life to add more work. Well, that might mean that you need an intern. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about having an intern or starting an internship? And you might be thinking, Jimmy, I just said I have no time. To the rescue, the Worship Ministry Blueprint internship. That's correct. I have made a done-for-you complete system. You don't have to write any schedules. You don't have to rewrite curriculum. I made an internship for you. If you can just find someone, even if it's someone in the youth ministry who shows a little bit of promise and you need to pour into them so that you can train up the next generation of worship leaders, I've done this for you. Go check it out. Click the link down below. Done for you. Did I say it's done for you? You don't have to add any more to your plate. You get access to a bunch of training videos that aren't super long. It's not like you're sitting in class. They're actually just real straight to the point, short videos. I use this in my internship at my church. Every week, I give people access to the account. They get it on their phone. They watch the short video. There's usually a chapter of a book to read. All that is done for you that corresponds to what we're going to learn. And then you just talk through it. And you're like, yeah, what does it mean to glorify God with our worship ministry? Or maybe it's super practical, like how do we have really good rehearsals? How do I plan songs? How do I pick songs to be in our catalog of songs so that I have a strong library of songs to choose from? And much, much more. If you're at all interested in it, which I think you should, because summer is the time. I said there are sample semesters in there. You can do it like just one semester at a time or year long, or I even made a summer internship. You could pour into someone this week. You could just get started. And I think it's super beneficial. I said this before, it's like I'm patting myself on the back. Yeah, I created this, but I also use it and I love it. And the more I use it, the more I'm like, this would help a lot of people get over the obstacles of what it takes to just train somebody and just pour into the next generation of people. This is our calling. This is what we're supposed to be doing. It'll be better for you as a leader. When you train people, it helps you become better as a person. To lead people, you're pouring into other people so they benefit from it and the church benefits from it. So I highly recommend you start pouring into people, however you do that. And if you are already doing that, that's great. But if you need a boost, you need some organization behind it, you need something a little more official, check out the Worship Ministry Blueprint down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been beneficial for you. Don't waste your summer. Fall is coming. You need to be ready. And I know you will be. All right. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.